Nevada State Police have released new details on the death of Lee's Liquor CEO Kenny Lee. The report shows Lee was impaired at the time of the crash that killed him. Police say his blood alcohol level was 0.218. That's about 2.5 times over the legal limit. Lee was driving southbound on US 93 near the Nevada-Utah border in November of last year. Police say his car crossed over into the opposite lanes, hitting another car. Lee was reportedly not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash and was ejected from the car.